Sup fams, you're tuning in to the channel Eves episode 156 of your host EEPMON. Please like and subscribe, much appreciated. Happy Easter, happy long weekend. And today, what did I do my Friday? Well, I decided to do an epic run. For those who know of what I do, not just in my creative endeavors, I have been running for, over 10 years now. And it was really like out of the blue. I said to myself, I'm always on the computer. I'm always, just working my digital tools, etc. But sitting down all the time and not having any movement is not really good for you. And I start to realize, if I'm going to continue to be sitting down and typing away, I need to move my body. I need to exercise. I need to get the blood flowing. We live in a world that's so, accessible and convenience that we forget that, we ourselves are, living, breathing organisms. And I dare say organisms within organisms. The human body is so complex that it is very easy to forget that we need to take care of ourselves. So I decided, it was over 10 years, as I mentioned, that what would be the cheapest way for me to get exercise? What's the cheapest way? The lowest entry point. And it was running, jogging, running, whatever. What do you need? You need a t-shirt. It doesn't need to be a glorified, cool t-shirt. It can be any t-shirt that you just can find in your closet. A pair of shorts, some runners. It doesn't even need to be fancy runners. Just go out there and break a sweat. And that's what I did. Low key, low cost. I am no professional. I just decided to, if I can run 200 meters, 300, and then, build my endurance, make it 300, make it 500 meters. And to this day, I've been running half marathons. I've yet to do a marathon, but I'm not competitive in any sort of way in that respect. The bottom line for me, and I hope that this also rings true to you as well, is that it's really about my health. At the end of the day, it's not about competition. It's not even me achieving big milestones. It's like, can I sweat? Can I run for a period of duration? And that's it. So today, long story short, I ran 18 kilometers today. I decided that, hey, I've got lots of time. It's a long weekend. I'm going to do a run. I'm going to do an epic run, because during the summertime, when the weather gets really, really nice here later in the spring and throughout the summer, and especially the fall, and here in my city in Ottawa, we have fantastic bike and running paths. So once the snow melted and everything is dry, today I did a 18-kilometer run in a different route that I usually take. But at the same time, I have to really dial in. I have to really focus on my breath. I have to really pace myself. And I'm really happy. I'm really, I know this episode is going to be short because I'm just really talking about my run. But today I ran for 1 hour and 35 minutes. And I have 18 kilometers with a average rolling kilometer of 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So throughout the entire duration, my average was about 5 minutes and 28 seconds per kilometer. I'm cool with that, and I was really just really focused and just breathing. And running for me is like meditation. And in fact, it gets my thinking and my ideation, it's like meditation. So it's like I kind of like start thinking about things, and reflecting about my life, about where I'm going, and it really clears the mind, that I have much more clarity in sort of the things I'm going to be doing, my creative endeavors, projects, where I want to go. Yeah, so I think it's so important, very very important, everyone. And the reason why I'm talking about my running, not because I'm like flexing because I'm running. I think that this is extreme. I think any sort of exercise is extremely important for our balance in work life, in health, and then and just knowing when to like just uh, get off the computer and just focus. And the fact even if you have, even I run, right, and then I don't use any of these tracking apps. I don't have like Strava or Nike Run. I don't use any of these things, because my whole point, my whole mo about running was to get off the computer. Okay, I have an Apple Watch, but really it's just because I don't want to bring my phone around. I can just listen to my music on the Apple Watch, so I'm like more like more agile and mobile that way, without having a phone to like add weight to anything. So I don't use any of these social running apps. Like, really, it's really about, again, myself, my health, and one less app to worry about. Like, why does every single thing need to have an app to accompany? Like, even dating now, like dating is like we have apps to. I know. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, of course, it's existed for quite a while. I don't like. I just think the idea of an app for dating is just. I don't know. It just, maybe I'm just old school, but like there's an app for everything. And again, I know I don't want to digress a bit. It's all about finding balance, right? So anyway, back to the running. I don't use an app, and it's great. And I really encourage, for those who are working or workaholics, get up, at least do a walk, and it will do you so good. It will do you very good for your longevity. So I'm very proud. I was very proud of myself. I did 18 kilometers, and I just really was able to just dial in. I really dialed in, focused, controlled my breath, and was able to just like, just make it happen. So yeah, but anyway, so like I said, when you start, like, I'm not asking people to do like 10 kilometers, or going crazy. Just start slow, and that's what I did. I started very slow. I started with very basics. Just get a t-shirt, get a shorts, whatever, right? And then later on, I decided to update and upgrade my wardrobe. My thinking is that, well, if I'm going to continue to do my run, it would be nice. It's a nice thing to have, and to invest in some, um, you know, clothing, sport clothing, to update the apparel, so the apparel wear, so that when I'm going out, it's part of the package. So slowly, I started to upgrade my wardrobe. For me, it's like, it's nice. It's nice. It's like changing to an outfit. It's like changing to your superhero or supervillain outfit, to just go out into the wild to do a run and all that. And you run in your local, and what's really crazy, you run in your city, you see new things about your city that you never thought of. And that's what I did. Discover new parts around here in Ottawa. But also, I do travel a lot. So when I travel, I always bring my running gear with me. Again, very low footprint, right? Extra sneakers, another t-shirt, cap, shorts is all you need. So I was running in New York City, Los Angeles, running in Shanghai, running in Tokyo, Osaka, and it is always a constant source of new inspiration. I did some running routes too. I ran with a running group when I was in Japan several years ago. But it was great, you know. It's like everyone. I think it's also like I could run. I don't mind running solitude. Like that's actually probably my preference is to run alone. But when you have a chance to run with a group of people, it's actually quite it's very encouraging. I find, and you have a team. It's almost like a team. You're there together, and that's I guess that's a it's a nice thing to have too. But I've always run alone, and I got used to it. So yeah, I guess choose which one you want to do. You could do both, but I think it's very very healthy. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a bit of a background or a bit of a um, a non-creative conversation because I think we need to keep ourselves active despite our you know every day in front of a computer, like how I am right now. Anyway, like and subscribe. I hope you like what I had to say. This is episode 156. Hope you all have a lovely long weekend. I am so exhausted from the run, so I'm going to go to bed right now. Anyway, have a great evening. Until next time. Bye bye.